If you remember, it was maple, it had a lot of wormholes in the thing. And amazing how that frass, you can see the spots all over it. I'll just pass this thing around if anyone wants to look at it. That is so hard to pick out. Trying to make, it's a hole. So let's make it into a hole. Couldn't pry the stuff out of there at all. The stem on the thing is maple, is the same wood. But I was able to get the crap all cleaned out of it. It's got an interesting texture to it. But that's about it. It was just fun to turn the thing.
Building off Gordon's idea to do something different, and I often do that with fun term pieces. So I made a little bowl, and I tried something on top. It's what's called pour painting. So you put a medium, you use a medium, you put acrylic paints in it, dump it on, and then cut the bowl. Like I cut through the medium and the paint to get the bowl effect. And the other thing is I'd never done, I guess, is that concave? Concave, yeah. I had never done a concave piece before, so I don't know about that one or not. It was finished kind of late, shall we say.
That's my fun turn.
No, I lost it.
I turned it on the lathe between centers to get the to turn the base, and then the part that was going to be in from the top to the middle, I drew a diameter, a circle on both sides, and I took it on the bandsaw, and I just randomly cut the pieces out. Then I put it on the lathe between centers this way, and I cut into this side. I left about 3/16 of an inch in the middle. As I turned it around, I came in from the second side. The neat thing that happened is I used a spur drive, and it causes these indentations in the unit. So I thought rather than remove them, I'm going to use them. So I took blackwood, the CA glue blackwood, and then at that point I decided I was going to make a clock, and this is the end result of it. Anyhow, that's my fun turn.
That was supposed to be fun turn. It was I turned it, but it wasn't much fun. There are three phases to this. You first have to turn it, and then you pierce it, and then you inlay it, and this is inlaid with crushed turquoise stone. So that's what it looks like when it's all done.
Oops. Just hold it steady for a sec. I'll catch it.
Very quickly, this is my fun turn wood. You've already seen it. You've already heard me describe it.
I started my fun turning kind of late. I started around 11 o'clock this morning. I had enough to do about 6 of them, but I only had time to do really 2. What they are is pine cones, or Burlica cones as you, and the maple, and I got just little glass eyes on it. And my wife said they look like hedgehogs, and so I guess they're hedgehogs.
Your wife's right.
Yeah. But I have enough to make 4 more.
Okay. Well, I started Saturday night looking for my piece of funwood. And then I said to myself when I finally found it, geez, Dave likes me. He gave me lacewood. So anyway, it's just I wanted to turn something with put a candle in it. So I'm playing my My wife loves candles, so this way it's solid. We're a little more conscious about fire now in the house since we had a fire in the house, so this can't get shoved off as easily.
Was it from a candle?
It was from a propane lantern.
I found my piece of wood on Sunday morning. I was planning on making a lidded box, and the piece of wood I had these wormholes through it. And I thought that I'd be able to turn them away. And after I turned it for a while, it became clear that the wormholes were not going to go away. You could zoom in just in case anybody cares. So anyway, there's a lag there. Anyway, I didn't manage to turn the wormholes away, and quite frankly, while I realize some people might like wormholes, I don't like wormholes.
Those worms are powder post beetle, by the way.
Thank you, beetles. I stand corrected. Whatever they are. Anyway, so I finished off, well, I sanded down the inside. I didn't actually bother finishing it because I didn't really like it.
Natural finish.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about maple is, you know, I sanded this to 400 grit, and it feels really nice without finish, you know. I was going to put a finial on that, and because lifting the top off is a little tricky without the finial and that sort of stuff. But anyway, like I say, the wormholes took the fun out of it for me. And part of the reason I brought this in is way back when in the Guild's history, if you got if there was a fun turn and you took a piece of wood, you had to bring the wood back a fun turn night, okay? And there was sort of the walk of shame, and the people who got their block of woods, and they come and they plunk their block of wood down and they walk away again. So anyhow, anyway, well, just to show that I didn't have a block of wood to plunk down on the table anymore, here it is. So, oh, thank you.
So this is just a small bowl that I did with the Fun Turn wood. It was done largely as a proof of concept. A couple of years ago on the clearance table here at Lee Valley, I picked up a couple of bags of their wood banding, and I wanted to see if I could manage to bend the banding around a small bowl to fit in the rim. I had two different types. One of them very quickly became many little pieces of banding in the first attempt. This second one worked because the bulk of the grain in the banding itself runs vertically across the banding, so it actually bends quite nicely. The other banding with the grain running along did not want to bend at all, beyond much. And so part of the challenge was figuring out what